What's up, everybody? So it's the July 2023 market update. It's hot, right? It's July. July and August are two of the hottest months here in Arizona. So we're definitely staying inside for this video. But before we get into all of what's going on, if you could subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share it with your friends, I would appreciate it. Just trying to be a resource for people, trying to help educate and help keep people informed. So it's one of those, let's get into it. So where does the market stand? So we've actually stayed pretty level for the past couple months. So we're sitting at just over 11,400 homes active on the market. And I think last month we were at like 11,600. So we've stayed pretty level. Interest rates went up over the past several weeks, over the past month, pretty much. We've been sitting around 6.5%, anywhere from 6 to 6.5% for months, probably the beginning of the year. And then the past month or so, we've seen it. We just went up above 7. I think it was like 7.3. Now interest rates have started coming back down again. It's still going to fluctuate like that. I was actually talking to a couple different people. There's differing opinions on what's going to happen. There was a lot of experts saying, oh, this summer interest rates are going to dive and they're going to be really low. Didn't happen because guess what? Inflation is really high. So it's one of those that we're probably going to see a fluctuation for a little while. I'm now hearing people say next year, and honestly, it depends on what happens with inflation, right? Like we had some pretty good inflation numbers come in, that inflation's come down a little bit, but we need that to be a continual thing. A lot of times what we've been seeing right now is inflation is good one month and then it goes back up. And it's just like, okay, we need to see continuous low inflation for the market to eventually correct itself. So it's one of those that interest rates are high right now. I think I saw this morning it was 6.9%. So, and obviously that changes by your credit score and everything. But a lot of people have been asking, all right, so what does this mean for the market? Obviously we slowed down, which was good because we were in some bidding wars and some of that's still happening, but it's on like the super immaculate homes. Other homes you can still negotiate some and stuff like that. But some of the stats I was even looking at is, the list price that people list at, we're selling at 99% of that list price right now in the whole MLS. So that's something I put on my website. So if you guys want to check out my website, benchmarkforecast.com, I update that every Monday. So it's one of those, check that out. But yeah, we're sitting right near list price. That's what homes are going for. So it's one of those that some people are like, well, maybe I'm just going to wait. The biggest thing I'm going to tell you is a lot of people are waiting. And that's the dangerous thing for me is like, there's a lot of people worried about like, oh, are tons of people going to be selling their VRBOs, Airbnbs? I'm going to do a separate video on that. So stay tuned. But it's one of those that right now, supply and demand, we have low supply and we still have decent demand. So it's one of those that right now, nothing's really changing. Like I keep hearing people say, oh, the market's going to crash. No, it's not. All right. It's not. And so it's we don't have the supply for that to happen. So we'd have to have a drastic influx. And so that's where I'm doing another video on this as far as the Airbnb stuff goes. So stay tuned for that. But it's one of those that a lot of people, you have to understand, like if interest rates come down next year, I've had so many people tell me they're waiting. Like if we get in the 5s for interest rates, I think you're going to start seeing people sell again. Because now they're like, oh, they're not as bad as they used to be. And it's perception, right? And a lot of people are going to go, oh, it's 5.5% now. Okay, I can make that work because I can buy it down and different things like that. So something to be watching for because we hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, we might get a big influx of inventory. Well, even if that happened, and let's say interest rates come down, there's going to be a huge influx of people trying to buy. The Census Bureau said, I think I did the video at the beginning of the year, 50,000 people are moving here to Phoenix every year for the next 5 years. That's what they estimate. So supply and demand could still be an issue. So a lot of people ask, should I buy? Should I wait? That's a conversation for each person to have because it might vary on your situation. So I'd love to have that conversation with you. If you have questions about what's going on or what that looks like, I would love to connect with you and just talk through your options because it truly is what's best for you. Guys, you've been listening to The Real.